round number 2 of me playing Titanshift. So this hand, I don't really like it. Um, Last game I was able to pull out a win, or last match I was able to pull out a win without mulliganing down to a green source, but both my red sources come into play tapped. So I decide to mulligan this one away. Seven, I mulligan. And this hand I really like. I have the ability to win the game. I have 2 lands and 3 sources of ramp. And mountain, I decide to keep it on top. I figure with most of the decks in the format, they'll do some sort of damage to themselves, and all I need to do is draw 1 more land, and I win. He plays Mountain. I initially think it's Burn, but then he plays Foundry Street Denizen, which means Goblins. I draw the Mountain, and then I figure Goblins, I need to be mindful of my life total, so I just grab a Forest and I spend Search for Tomorrow. And here I'm a little bit for a big Goblin's turn 2. Like if he plays 2 Goblin Guides, he can get in for 7 damage in 1 turn. But he just has a Goblin Pile Driver, which isn't a big deal right now, but it could very well be. And he just gets in for 2, which is fine. Only play I have right now is Mountain in a Farseek. And I'm hoping that he doesn't really have anything in hand. Of course, he's curving out very nicely. He plays Goblin Chieftain, and now he has 11 damage on board. So my turn, I can't win this turn, but I can ramp a lot. So I'm really hoping that he has nothing on his turn 4. So on my turn 3, I believe I go grab a mountain here, and I play Wood Elves. And I'm going to cast another Wood Elves. So now I have 7 lands in play, land in hand, and a Scapeshift. So all I need him to do is not play 2 creatures. I can block the Foundry Street Denizen and the Pile Driver. I just need him to just not have a way to win this turn. He plays Mog Fanatic, which I feel like I can deal with as long as if he doesn't have any burn spells. But then he plays Legion Loyalist, so that pretty much seals up the game there. And he gets in, I concede, and we go to game 2. So game 2, I decide I'm take out the Scapeshifts, Prismatic Omens. I take out a Farseek and Search for Tomorrow. I decide to go more of a a mid-range, like a red-green mid-range deck sort of route in this matchup. I feel like as long as he doesn't have creatures on the board, he can't win. So I board in my roasts, I board in my 3 sideboard board wipes, and my 3 obstinate Balefs. One card that I didn't bring in that I thought about was Reclamation Sage. I have one main deck. I didn't think I would need a second one. If I see a Blood Moon or Alpine Moon, I'm definitely going to bring one in for game 3, bring the second one in for game 3. But I just keep the one in the sideboard for now. So this hand, I have my green mana. I have removal. I have a board wipe, and I have ramp. Um, Relic of Progenitus, I keep in here pretty much just to cycle. I feel like I probably could have like kept the Farseek in and taken a relic out, but it's a 1-drop play, and outside of Search for Tomorrow, I don't have many. Could have kept the Search for Tomorrow in and taken a relic out. I play relic here, and I just passed her. He plays Goblin Guide. Attacks in, I get a Cinderglade. I play Mountain and pass. I'm just gonna cycle Relic end of turn. Goblin Guide. I believe that was a Secure Tricolor. He plays Goblin Pile Driver, and I think that's good enough for me to use my Sweltering Suns. Oh no, he revealed a roast, not a Secure Tricolor. Get myself a Valakut. So here I Sweltering Suns, and I passed her. And I feel like I have plenty to um, hold off his creatures until I stabilize. Goblin Pile Driver, I don't even really want to deal with. Bomat Carrier isn't that big of a deal. He gets into one. So here I play Wood Elves. Go get myself a. I believe I get Cinderglade. Yep, got a Cinderglade and get either another Cinderglade or Basic Mountain, and I'm gonna roast the Goblin Pile Driver. And so now I have 5 mountains, and I'm playing next turn is just play the Valakut. Flame of Keld, I thought was a pretty interesting card. I don't think I've ever seen it played in Modern before. So the phase 1, you discard your hand. Phase 2, draw 2 cards. Phase 3, if a red source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player this turn, it deals that much damage plus 2 to that permanent or player instead. I think the draw 2 for 2 is pretty cool, and phase 3 kind of seems win more-ish, but if you have red sources on your phase 3, it does a lot of damage. And Bomat Career, I'm gonna block either force him to trade or sacrifice. I don't want him to get one more card and one more damage. Which the Courier actually has some synergy with the Flame of Keld. He gets 2 cards after he just. And here's Summoner's Pact. So I thought I could Summoner's Pact, get Primeval Titan, play Primeval Titan, um, and be and be in a scenario to win. But if I were to Primeval Titan, I would get I would normally get Valakut, or I would get Valakut Mountain. Um, and then I would lose to the Summoner's Pact trigger. So I figure he's not in a position where he's doing a whole lot. I just decide I'm gonna play Valakut because next turn, um, yeah, next turn if he Blood Moons me, um, yeah, that's kind of what I was fearing is if I don't have basic forest, he Blood Moons me. I can't pay for pack. So I just play Valakut here rather than going to fetch a Titan. And now all my mountains are going to be lightning. And I start getting in with wood elves. And my suspicions were right. He does have Blood Moon. So I'm really glad I didn't go fetch Primeval Titan. He plays Founder Street Denizen. Um, Not a big deal. I have Sakura Tribe Elder. Um, so what I'm going to do is, starting off, I'm going to roast the Founder Street Denizen. Not a big deal. Get it out of the way. And I'm gonna pretend like I'm stuck. I'm gonna go in for the attacks first. See if maybe he has removal, because he'll lose to wood elves. Beatdowns from wood elves. Um, and then here, basic forest. Go get my reclamation sage. And destroy that blood moon. Now I'm playing Sakura Tribe Elder. And I'm gonna hold Sakura Tribe Elder until his end phase. Just in case he tries to Blood Moon again, I can go Forest, um, to try to pay for um, and he taps out. He pays all six. I was freaking out a little bit. Thought maybe some 6 mana dragon, but he actually has two Goblin Kings, which at this point I'm locked. I feel like I'm strongly favored to win here. I'm gonna sacrifice the Sakura Tribe Elder, Mountain, bolt one of his guys down. And next turn, I'm going to play Stomping Ground, bolt the other one down. Draw Baloth, which is a great draw. And I'm gonna just get in with my elves. Yeah, it's Scapeshift, second best elf deck in modern. And then I'm gonna play Baloth, make the clock faster. He has 0 cards in hand, so um, he's pretty much he's out of gas. My top decks are better than his top decks right now. He has nothing past his. I play Wooded Foothills and just attack with everything. His Goblin Pile Driver, which he has no other goblin, so Goblin Pile Driver doesn't do anything. I draw Lightning Bolt, which I just throw right at the Goblin Pile Driver, and he realizes that he's not winning this game, and he concedes. Next, for so after I sell that Blood Moon, I decide I need to bring in the other Reclamation Sage, and I feel like that the Farseek, I like Farseek a little bit better, so I took out 2 relics. There's still one in the deck, and so I brought in Farseek and the other Rec Sage. This hand I have removal, a Baloth, and lands, which lands are what I need to win. I keep this. Plays Goblin Guide, which normally turn 1 Goblin Guide. I can let it hit me for a couple turns. And it's not that big of a deal. For Tribuilder, it's a free chump blocker for later. I just put Stomping Ground into play, tapped, and passed. Again, Goblin Guide. And he has Goblin Pile. So at this point, he can get in for 5 damage next turn, which is a little bit too fast of a clock for me. So I'm a little bit torn here. Either I should roast the Goblin Pile Driver and just keep taking these from Goblin Guide, or get value out of my turn 2 play and cast Secure Tribuilder, ramp myself, and then hopefully draw into one of my board wipes the next turn. So I decide to cast Secure Tribuilder, and I can use them, just block the 3 damage from Goblin Pile Driver, and just ramp myself, and then hopefully draw, and then use Roast as like a follow-up play after a board wipe. But he's not going to let me use Secure Tribuilder as I intended. So I have to sacrifice it. I go get myself a mountain. So now I'm wishing I would have roasted instead, but it happens. Got myself a mountain out of it. And I'm down to 11. Draw forest, not what I wanted to see. And I roast Pile Driver. And I search. I play Wooded Foothills. So here he misplays. He should have attacked me with it. He missed out on 2 damage. I figure since he did that, he has the ability to win the game in hand. So he hits me with Goblin Grenade. Down to 6 damage. And then he main phases the Lightning Bolt, which I thought was kind of weird. So I figure I'm absolutely dead at this point. There's no reason that he would do that and not have another Lightning Bolt in hand. So I play my land, and I figure I'm only way I'm winning is if I only way I'm not losing is if I jam Baloth and I'm able to gain life. So I decided to jam Baloth. Maybe he misplayed. Um, he has a goblin and goblin grenade in hand or something like that. And he lightning bolts me with obstinate Baloth on the stack. So I lose this one. I'm 1-1. Um, I lost on turn 4 on games 1 and 3. Felt like that there's not a whole lot I could have done about it. Or in game 3, I feel like that um, maybe I should have roasted instead of Sakura Tribe Eldering, but it was kind of, I feel like it was close. The reward for Sakura Tribe Elder, there was a higher payoff. Um, but yeah, again, 1-1. Love Titanshift, and I'll see you guys in the next round.